Hey, it's Aja. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am struggling. I've had 2 days off from work and I've been depressed. I just was not able to get out of bed. But here's the thing. I moved into this new place. I was so excited about it. It has roaches. Not a lot of them, but one is too many. Yes, can we agree that one roach is too many? So today I am on a mission to 1, finish unpacking. 2, I need to buy bug bombs so that I can bomb my entire apartment before I leave, or when I'm about to leave for my next trip, which is tomorrow. And 3, I need to finish cleaning up, because even though I'm gonna have to clean again after I get back from bombing my apartment, I just find that it's easier to clean something that's already clean, if that makes sense. Like, wiping off a counter is as easy as taking a Lysol wipe and going swipe swipe, unless the counter's actually a sticky messy mess, you know, and then it's like scrub 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 scrub, you know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is I want, in this one day, and this is so like me, to get depressed, do nothing for ages, and then try to do everything all at once. But anyways, yeah, that's the plan. I'm actually going to the store first. I don't know why I put that as number 2 on the list. We're going to the store first to get the bug bombs and anything else that I need. And then we're gonna start on this journey. We're gonna clean this apartment. We're going to make it acceptable so that I can set off the bug bombs before I leave for my trip tomorrow. Wish me luck. Something interesting that I was able to complete, even though it wasn't on the list for the day, but I just got my camera fixed, and y'all wouldn't know the difference because the thing that was broken on my camera isn't really something that, it doesn't stop me from recording, it doesn't scratch the lens, it's nothing like that. It was literally like the viewfinder was tilted because there's a screw missing, and it took like 5 minutes, and the people in the Best Buy hooked me up. So I'm just like, hey, I like that for me. It was free. I love that. I love free. So yeah, on to the next task in my day. We're going to Wally World. Okay, so it is now nighttime. I have been getting stuff done, but I've also been procrastinating. Those two things can actually happen at the same time. See, because I cleaned the kitchen. Kitchen is clean. You can see there's nothing in the sink. Well, there's one thing in the sink, but you know, kitchen is clean. I also cleaned the bathroom. As you can see, look at that, spotless. The mirror has never mirrored so mirrorful. Extremely clean. So if the bathroom is clean and the kitchen is clean, what did I procrastinate? Well, I haven't done any of this laundry. I mean, it's all clean. It's been clean for a long time. I just haven't put any of it away, and that's a problem. So we're just gonna throw some music on and get her done.
Ese cuerpo es una nave espacial, sí, te la he hecho, baby, como un facial.
So I finished putting away my laundry and stuff. I finished doing pretty much everything that I think that I can really do right now. I do have some more boxes that are not unpacked. There's these boxes down here that have like books and things, and I think that I'm gonna leave them right where they are until I can manage to buy myself a bookshelf. I also have a box full of formal clothing. Some of it is suits and some of it is just like button-up shirts. But in any case, I'm gonna need it to get a bit more cold here before I even have anywhere I could possibly wear them. So I'm gonna leave those in the box they're in as well. Which means that the only thing I have left to do with my apartment before I will be comfortable having people inside of it is I need to get rid of all these empty boxes, and then I decided not to set up the bug bombs even though I bought them, because I realized that pest control day is tomorrow and I'm on the list to have the pest control people come and visit my home. So I'm gonna let them do what they do first, and if I see a single roach after that, I will bomb the place myself afterwards. And mind you, I don't see that many. It's not like there's a whole huge infestation in here or anything. But if you see one roach every day for the full 2 weeks that you've lived somewhere, that's 14 roaches. You see where the problem is. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna let the pest control people do what they do mañana. And then I'm gonna bomb the place anyway, actually. I'm not even gonna wait and see if it worked or not. I'm gonna bomb the place anyway. I'm gonna do the bug bomb in addition to the pest control, whatever they do. And then I'm gonna do a full deep clean. I mean, I did just clean, but obviously I'm gonna need to clean again after I do a bug bomb. So that's my plan, and hopefully between all of those things, I will have a comfortable abode in which I'm not afraid that I'm gonna see a roach. Yeah, because that's my fear. My fear is that at any point I'm gonna enter any area and be like, roach! That's my fear. Wish me luck. Hello, good morning. Hey, it's Aja. Hello and good morning. I am on day 2 of a little 2-day trip, but one of the things I find the hardest about being a flight attendant is the fact that my job does not want us to represent our company online. So I want to make these like flight attendant vlogs for you guys. I want to make flight attendant related content for you guys, but like, how do I do it without revealing my airline or showing myself in uniform or any of that jazz? I'm not really sure. If you have any suggestions or any questions, anything you want to know that I can fill in for you, I'd be happy to address that. But for today, I'm gonna try to make a vlog, and I'm gonna try to make a vlog without including any of that stuff I'm not supposed to include in it, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, it is 3:41 a.m. I have a 4:20 call time and I need to get ready for work, so let's get to it. So by call time, I mean like my van call time. That is what time my van gets here. Okay, so I got out of bed, I ironed my uniform. My uniform is already ironed, and as you can see, I still have like a bunch of stuff all over the desk that I need to put away. I need to make sure all of my stuff is packed up. I need to get my food out of the fridge and put it back in my lunch bag. I already got everything else that I need out of the bathroom, so let's just get the rest of my stuff together and get on the road. Okay, this is the conclusion walkthrough. As you can see, I managed to get all my stuff off the counters. Got all my stuff. Okay, I haven't left anything behind. All my stuff is packed up in my bags. One negative though, I was trying to make myself some coffee before I leave, and I don't know if you can see this, and you definitely can't see this, But this coffee is coming out pale and I don't think it's gonna be enjoyable at all. So I'm instead gonna go down to the lobby and hopefully the coffee they have down there is drinkable, because this, I'm not drinking this light skin coffee. This looks like it's gonna be nasty. Hi. I don't know how it happened, but here I am in another hotel. Actually, I know exactly what happened, and what happened is I finished that trip without even without filming anything. But I'm on another trip. It's another 2-day, and it's almost exactly the same, except instead of Guatemala, I'm going to Cancun tomorrow. Today, I have a layover in Florida somewhere. I keep looking at myself because I feel like I look really horrible right now, but we're not going to focus on the negative. We're going to focus on the positive, and the positive is that I have all day to sleep. I love that for me. Why am I sleeping all day? Because this was a super early morning showtime, but I have another super early morning showtime tomorrow, and I didn't sleep last night enough. So I'm going to go to sleep now, even though it's like 11 in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep now so that I can catch up on my sleep, and hopefully I won't be tired for tomorrow, even though I'm sleeping way too early. Look, I'm exhausted, and the number one thing I've learned from being a flight attendant in general is that if you try to organize your sleep and plan out your sleep perfectly, most likely it's not going to happen the way you want it to. Better just to get sleep when you're tired. If you are tired and you have a bed available, just get the sleep. Get the sleep when you can. Don't worry about, oh, I need to plan out exact amount of hours of sleep perfectly so that I can wake up and be refreshed for work. It doesn't work out that way. It never works out that way. So better to just get sleep when you can. And that's now. I have the time and I have the exhaustion. I can get sleep right now. Bed! Okay. I have slept. I've actually been awake now for about 5 hours because it's about 5:30 a.m. That's not great because obviously I would have rather have slept this time and just be waking up now and getting ready for work, but here we are. I gotta be on the shuttle to go to work in about 30 minutes, so I'm just packing my room up. You can probably hear my coffee brewing in the background, but I am getting ready for work. Let's go have a great day. Hey, it's Aja. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some flight attendant stuff while I retighten my hair because I am in the process. It's a long process, but basically the thing is that I tried to vlog for you guys. I thought, you know, flight attendant vlog videos would be really cool, but it's just not possible. I really can't post anything that I would record while I'm at work, so that basically rules out vlogs for me. Like, I really wanted to try, but it's just not possible. So the best I can do for you is to give you stories. I can like kind of tell you about how my days went, how my trips went, which by the way, this is a whole nother day, a whole nother trip. Like, this is like several days later from the last time that I tried to record. So that's just to tell you how scatterbrained I am. But even if I was organized, I realized like recording my life as a flight attendant, it's not as easy as it was recording my life as a teacher. And it's frowned upon. So with that being said, instead of that, I'm just going to tell you about some things about flying. So as carefully as possible, because I definitely don't want to put my job at risk at all, I will tell you a few things that I like and dislike about the job so far. One of the things I really like about the job is flexibility. When I first started, it wasn't flexible because I was basically on call all the time, and that's like really me having to be flexible to the job, right? But nowadays I have a line, which means I have a schedule. But not only do I have a schedule, but I can do this thing called adding and dropping, where I can take what's on my schedule and remove trips or add other trips onto my schedule, which makes my life a lot more flexible. So I can basically have a day off whenever I want one, except for like holidays, critical days that, you know, you really can't drop your trip if it's a very important day for flying. But additionally, I also make a little bit more money than I made as a reserve. And finally, the most like flexible thing about it is that I chose this schedule to begin with. So it's not like I'm adding and dropping trips from a schedule that they designed for me. It's a schedule that I already pre-approved, and I was like, I would like this schedule, and they just were like, yes, we shall give it to you. So basically, with that being said, my job just got a lot more flexible, a lot more comfortable, and now I can do some other things that I wanted to do all along. Something I do not like about working as a flight attendant is sometimes you get passengers that are just quite rude. I think that's like any job where you're in the service industry, you're gonna face that sometimes you talk to people and they don't treat you with the respect that you are due as a human being. But however, in aviation, it can be a little tricky because there's a certain level of disrespect that's dangerous to everyone on board. So sometimes you have to decide, is this person just being disrespectful to me personally, in which case I need to let it go? Or is this person being disrespectful in a way that shows that they should not be flying? I wouldn't say the decision is that critical like that. Like, I haven't had to make that decision often, but there was one time in particular that strikes in my memory where I remember thinking, you know, if this person can't listen to these simple instructions, what would they do if it was an emergency situation? Like, is it safe to really have this person on my flight? But in the end, I decided yes, that it was safe, and we flew anyway. Which is to say, I've never kicked anyone off an airplane, but I had to think about it once. Something else that I really like about my job is getting to see lots of different places. Like, I would like to show you outside of the window that I'm facing right now. However, this window is just the dustiest, dirtiest thing I've ever seen. And also because if I did show you outside this window, it would just absolutely give away my location, and I don't think that's safe behavior. I might return to this hotel one day. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like the right thing to do, so I won't be showing my view. But
yeah, this is a place that I haven't been to often, a hotel I haven't been to often, and a city I haven't been to often. And I think that getting to see new and interesting places, even just from the hotel room, is really cool. Because honestly, I don't go outside on all of my layovers, but I do look out the window on all of my layovers. I do look around and like check out the airport. But yeah, something else I dislike about my job is long treks through airports. And especially, I need someone to tell me, why do they put carpet in airports and hotel hallways? Why would you put carpet there? It doesn't make sense, because everybody has a suitcase and they're trying to drag that suitcase, and you've made it like 0.3 times harder by making the floor carpet. Everybody has a suitcase. Why is the floor carpeted? I don't understand. I'll never understand. I mean, you can explain it to me and maybe I will understand, like in terms of like my brain can work around it, but my heart cannot. And it just hurts my soul to see carpet in places that we know everybody has a friggin' roller bag suitcase. And in relation to the suitcases, I'll add another thing I dislike about my job, which is lifting suitcases. Now, technically speaking, I don't have to lift anyone's suitcase but my own, but they teach us all these things. They send us all these files that are supposed to tell us the correct way to lift something heavy so that we don't hurt ourselves. And they're just like, lift with your legs. And the thing is, okay, but you tell me, how am I gonna get this heavy bag from the floor to above my head, because the overhead bins are above my head? How am I gonna get it from down there to above my head with only using my legs? Right? Because you have to shift your weight at some point during the process from down to up. And that shift kind of comes from your back. And if it doesn't, that's fine. Don't correct me, because the point is that whether you tell me in the comments or they tell me in an email, I need someone to physically show me, and not just like once. Like, I need to be thoroughly trained in how to lift something heavy from the floor to above my head without hurting myself. It's kind of like somebody who gets into weightlifting, you know? You don't learn to snatch a bar in 2 seconds. You actually, like, you gotta learn that. It takes people weeks, months to get their first snatch. That sounded weird. I didn't like saying it. But anyways, the point being, I don't think that it's realistic to send out a file to people that says, hey, be careful, lift with your legs only, and then expect that we actually physically know how to do it just because we read those words. You know what I mean? So with that being said, the chances that I hurt my back is pretty high. Now, I don't really go around lifting other people's bags that often. It's usually just my own bag. And then on occasion, there'll be like somebody who's wheeled in on a wheelchair and they need assistance to get their bag up in the overhead bin. It's not like every flight I'm lifting 10, 15, 20 bags. Well, actually, I often am, because a lot of times folks put their bag in wrong, or they don't know if their bag can go up or not, or a lot of times people, they're just not doing what I want them to do. And so I'm not saying that they do it wrong, I'm just saying that they don't do it the way I would want them to do it. So I have to fix it, and that means that I do actually end up lifting a lot of other people's bags in addition to my own. What's my point? The likelihood that I hurt myself on the job is very high, and I don't like that. But something I really like about my job, since we're talking about the likelihood of me hurting myself, is the benefits. I got healthcare now, I've got dental, I've got insurance, I've got all this stuff that like makes me feel like a real grown-up, like for really real, like I have benefits in my own name. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy at all. I'm in my 30s now, but like it feels crazy. It feels like I'm barely an adult and I don't understand how I got all this responsibility, but here I am, and cool. Okay, so that was 3 things that I like about my job as a flight attendant and 3 things that I dislike, and I went in a weird topsy-turvy order, but the point is just basically that I still love my job and I'm planning to continue to do it for years to come. I don't know how many, don't ask, I don't know, but I like it. So far so good, and I think that I'm good at it. And I think being good at being a flight attendant has a lot of different aspects that it entails. It means that you're good under emergency situations, like if there's a medical emergency on your flight. It means that you are good with getting along with people, because we meet different crews every single time we fly, and passengers as well are always different, and you kind of gotta get them to like you. Today I got all my passengers except for 1 to like me, and I think that's good. I think that's a good amount. I had a lot of passengers today. I had a great day today, and I'm gonna have another great day tomorrow. I had 2 legs today, I'm gonna have 2 legs tomorrow. And yeah, that's my life as a flight attendant. If you can offer any suggestions for videos I can make that don't include footage of me like in uniform, or like these kind of like videos where I sit down and I talk about something, like explain a topic or tell a story or anything like that. Like if you have ideas for what you would like to see in terms of flight attendant videos, please let me know, because I would love to fulfill that for you. Don't forget to look in the description bar if you're interested in becoming a flight attendant. I have flight attendant suitcases, lunchbox, things that we use for daily travel linked in there. As yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, but these are also like really good low-cost things that I think that every flight attendant could benefit from. So don't forget to check that out if you're interested in buying some of that. I just wanted to add something, even though, and it's not an afterthought, I just afterwards thought. It's just that I wasn't sure whether there was any point to me saying this or not. I'm not a big influencer. I'm just a girl who makes videos for fun. I've never been monetized. I don't have that many people watching me, even less than I used to, because I took too long of a break. So I don't know that it matters what I say on this subject, but for all that it's worth, free Palestine. Like, absolutely, what's going on over there is genocide. It is disgusting and awful and horrible and sad, and you know, I just wanted to start by saying that. Okay, let's get into my area of expertise, because I don't know enough to speak in depth. I just know what my research led me to, and it led me to, we've been on the wrong side of something as a country.
Okay, so now I am home. That was a long day and it was not fun. I mean, some parts were fun, but basically what happened was, remember how I said I had 2 legs and there's a sit in between the 2 legs? Well, that sit turned into being much longer than it was supposed to be, because basically, even though it was just one airplane for the whole day, what happened was, after the first leg and after the sit, the pilots came on, the people came on, we were ready to go. We started to push back from the gate. We were going to go towards the thingy, the place where you take off from, the runway. We were headed towards the runway, and there was some kind of error. There was like something wrong with the computer that the pilots use to like navigate and whatever. So basically, they were trying to fix it on the taxiway, but they were unable to fix it, so we had to go back to the gate. And then they fixed it at the gate, but the maintenance people were like, restart. So they had to restart the whole computer and things, which is fine, except that when you do that and maintenance people do everything, then they have to do paperwork, and the paperwork always takes longer than everything else. So all in all, we had to sit, like we had to go back to the gate for another like hour and a half. And the people were not happy. They were testy. They were very upset because they weren't on their way to their destination yet, and people have things to do, places to be, etc., whatever. So anyways, that delay was very unfortunate, but we did take off, and I am back at home now, so like obviously we made it. But yeah, a lot of people were not happy with the flight. They were not happy with my airline today. They were not happy, even though it's not an airline issue, like it has nothing to do with my company specifically. This is a problem that happens on occasion to any plane, any company. But you know, passengers don't know that. They only fly, like most people only fly like once, twice a year, if that. So they're really not like aware of how often these delays happen. And so if it happens to them, they think, ah, this once in a lifetime thing, this happens to me on this airline, this must be an airline issue. So the point is that the passengers were grumpy today, and their grumpiness made for a slightly unpleasant flight. But you know, we live, we work, we overcome. I think with our positive attitudes and everything, we did end up like turning around some people's moods. And there's some people, you know, you can't really make everybody happy, but you can keep everybody safe. And everybody got where we were going today safe and sound, and I think that is a good thing. But yeah, now it is almost 3 in the morning, and I'm barely getting home, and there's a fruit fly. Why even? There's nothing remotely fruity in this room. But anyways, I'm barely getting home, and so I'm pretty tired, but I also like, I left my home in a state of slight disarray. Like, I have one more trip to fly this month, but I really want to fix some things before I go on that trip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly throw a blanket over my bed so I can sleep. I'm gonna wash my face and I'm gonna go to sleep. But tomorrow I have to get my house together, and I'm talking like a lot of things. Like, I have a bookshelf to put together, I have a shoe shelf to put, shoe rack to put together, I have laundry to do, and I am going to do it all. I'm going to get my to-do list done tomorrow. Tomorrow I am. But tonight we're going to bed. We're gonna watch some BL drama and we're gonna go to bed. So good night. All right, we are accomplishing the first task of the day, evening. The first task of the day, which is to do our laundry. It's quite late in the evening and I'm just accomplishing the first task. There are some reasons for that. One is that last night, stop making noise. One of the reasons is that last night when I was talking about all the things I was gonna get done, I couldn't sleep. I think I drank too much caffeine yesterday, which I normally say that caffeine doesn't do anything to me. Well, okay, caffeine doesn't help me to feel awake, but unfortunately it does keep me from sleeping sometimes when I want to sleep. But I actually was quite tired, but just kept scrolling on my phone and messing around, and I really don't think it's caffeine's fault. I really think it's my fault for being on my phone. But in any case, I didn't sleep when I was supposed to sleep last night, and I didn't wake up when I was supposed to wake up today. I didn't wake up until I woke up when my alarm went off at 10 a.m. I kept snoozing and snoozing and snoozing it. I didn't get up until 3 p.m. That's stupid. And then I drank some coffee and I started, oh, I'm awake, I'm ready to start my day. I checked my mail, which wasn't a thing to do on my list, but it's actually something like I needed to do. My mailbox was completely full. So cool. I did get a couple of things done this morning, but not most of the things on my list, which means I have a lot to do this evening before I go back to bed. Also, what I forgot, okay, so yesterday I picked up an extra trip. Like yesterday I went to open time and I added another trip to my month. So even though I said tomorrow's trip is my last trip of the month, the trip I tried to pick up actually got approved. So now I have 2 trips left for the month, not just one. But I have mixed feelings about it, because I know that I don't get much done on my off days unless I have like a few consecutive off days. So it's like my house is still in shambles and I've not been able to put it together yet because I haven't had any consecutive off days. But my paycheck next month is going to be so good and I'm going to be able to pay off some debts due to that. So it's like mixed, it's a mixed bag. And then the fact that like at the end of this month, one of my close friends is coming, actually my ex-roommate, but she's my ex-roommate and my close friend. She's coming to spend Halloween together in Houston. We're gonna go out and enjoy Halloween, and basically I want my house to not be a shithole by then. I want it to be like a nice place to welcome my friend over, and in order to do that I need to like finish getting it together, but I haven't had enough days off to finish getting it together. You see how this is a cycle of issues? But basically I am going to allow myself to just be really exhausted for now so that I can get done everything I need done, and I'll take it a little easier for next month. I will, not pick up so much. I'm not gonna like tire myself out as much in November, but in October it's hustle month, and it just is what it is. I've only just started getting my daily tasks done, but check laundry because my stuff is in the dryer right now, and this is a laundromat. It's a public place, so it's not like I can leave my stuff in there and forget about it. Like I definitely will finish my laundry today. If I only get 4 or 5 hours of sleep tonight, so be it, even though I have a 3-leg day tomorrow. It's gonna be intense, but like it's gonna be worth it. Okay, let's go. I'm choosing not to be disappointed with myself for not finishing everything. I took out some of the trash. I cleaned the kitchen. I went grocery shopping and I bought some stuff that I needed and I put it away. I did my laundry. But I didn't bring it in and I didn't put it away, so I'm not sure we can say that it's finished, but it's clean. Is that really all? That's all I did? Why am I tired? I didn't do shit. Is that really all? Okay, so that's that on that. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. I woke up so tired. I thought I was hitting the snooze button, but I was not hitting the snooze button. And basically, I woke up for real at the time I was supposed to be leaving the house. So now I gotta go. Okay. I'm back home. That was a very long day. I am very tired. It's midnight, but I don't want to go to bed without doing something towards the getting my house together end. Because even though it would be sensible, because I'm tired and I've worked hard all day long, I just don't want to come home to it looking the way it does again next time. Tomorrow I have another trip, another chance. I don't want to come home to the house looking like it does. So I am gonna do some more stuff. Something. I don't know what yet. We'll see what I get done before before the exhaustion takes over. I put together a shelf. Now let's fill it with stuff. Time and time again, I'm reminded that I'm truly one of God's favorites. Which, by the way, I say that often. It's not a literal statement. It doesn't mean that I literally think God hates some people and loves some people. No, I just mean that I can tell that I'm blessed and highly favored. And the reason I say that, okay, let me tell you what happened about today. So originally on my schedule, this last trip that I picked up, this 9-credit trip, the reason I picked it up, okay, because it's not that hard, it's not that easy either, but it's not that hard. The trip is check in at 3:30 p.m, fly from Houston to Fort Lauderdale, then turn around and fly from Fort Lauderdale to Philadelphia, spend the night in Philly, and the next day, the next evening, fly from Philly to Houston. It's 3 legs of work, but it's, you know, it's spread out over 2 days and it's, yeah, anyways, so it was already like fine. It was an okay trip. It was good even because high credit and I love high credit. But what happened was, I'm so excited. Okay, so when I just refreshed my schedule right now, because I just woke up, it's noon, and that is late for waking up, but not really, because I was up really late last night putting together the shoe rack and the bookshelf and like taking all those books out of boxes and putting them on the bookshelf. Like, I've been busy. So, but anyways, the point is that I was up really late last night. I didn't get to sleep as much as I would have liked to, but I slept okay. And then I refreshed my schedule. No, first I checked my email, and my work email, and I was like, why does it say I have a deadhead to Fort Lauderdale? No. Why does it say I have a deadhead to Philly? Because I know I'm working flight to Philly. So I was confused. Then I went to look at my schedule, and it actually says I only have 1 leg tonight to Fort Lauderdale. I'm like, no, I'm supposed to have 2. Houston, Fort Lauderdale, to Philly. Well, it looks like they canceled the 2nd leg and moved the 1st leg later to a later time. So that's already good for me, because if you move that to a later time and you cancel, then I only have to work 1 leg today, which is good after I worked 3 legs yesterday and stayed up late working hard. Like, a little bit less work. Wonderful. Then tomorrow they have me deadheading to Philly and then working the flight back to Houston, which means again less hard work for me. A deadhead is a flight that you are paid for, but you don't actually have to work that flight. You just have to be on it. And doubly so because they have me deadheading on a different airline. It's not even on my airline that I work for. So that means that there's no way they can make me work. Like, nothing can happen that's gonna make me work that flight because it's literally not a flight for my airline. I'm so happy. This is great. Yeah, just because it's my last trip of the month, and it's really for real this time because I am not picking up anything else. It's my last trip of the month. I'm exhausted. I literally just posted something on Instagram last night where I was like, gosh, I'm so tired, I'm worn out, but it's all gonna pay off in the end, right? Hello, ding 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 ding. It's like a reward from God herself. Thank you. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm happy. Anyways, I do still have to get ready for work, but like I can get ready slowly because work is later than it was supposed to be. It's a good day.